Hey, it's Catherine from Weight Loss Tools for Life. I want to talk about questions. Everybody asks questions. Every day, people ask questions. Why did this happen to me? Why couldn't I just? What makes her better than him? What makes them better than me? Why didn't it work? What's wrong with me? Why don't people like me? What did I do wrong? Sound familiar? We all ask questions. It's in our nature. We're curious beings. We're curious creatures. We want to know answers to things. We are programmed to be question-asking machines. The crazy thing about it is, for some reason, people have made an art form out of asking questions that are not helpful. We have taught our children, and we were taught by our parents, how to ask questions that got us answers that didn't make us feel good. What did you do wrong? Why did you do that? What did you think you were doing? Are you stupid? And this then becomes the train of thought that we have. This then becomes the line of questioning that we fire at ourselves when we feel out of our comfort zone, when something happens in our lives that requires a line of questioning, I suppose, or even actually probably for no reason at all. Some people question themselves in terms of, are you stupid? What are you doing that for? When really there's no need to question it. I'm here today to propose to you that if you're going to ask questions, and you are, you're going to, it's in your nature, it's the way you've been programmed, why not ask yourself good questions, kind questions, loving questions, questions that are going to be helpful and supportive to you in being able to help you achieve your dreams, to be able to get you what you want, to help you feel good about who you are and what you're doing and the reasons why you're doing it. It becomes a pattern, a discipline of being aware of the inner dialogue that you have with yourself. Your mind is constantly firing, and it's constantly having little conversations inside of you. I'm going to do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this because, and I've got to do this, and then I'll feel like this, and I don't feel so good, so I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to eat now. I can feel myself getting anxious about something, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to eat. And I know that's a really good distraction. And now I'm getting angry at me because I'm not actually hungry. But I need to distract myself from feeling a certain way, so I'm going to eat, but I'm going to feel that way anyway, but I'd rather feel that way than about eating. I'd rather feel angry and guilty and shameful at myself about eating than feeling angry and guilty and shameful about that thing that happened to me in my past. Because I don't know how to deal with that thing that happened to me in my past. But I know that if I eat and I feel bad, I'll stop eating for a little bit, and then when I'm hungry or when I get anxious again, I'll go and eat some more. It's okay, I've got that bit under control, but that other thing, that's another story. Asking questions. If you're going to ask any questions at all, why not ask questions that make you feel good? I wonder what would happen if I did this. How could I do that differently? Did I like the way that made me feel? Did I like the way that made me feel? That somehow doesn't seem right to me. Maybe it's wrong, I don't know. But anyway, do I like the way I'm feeling right now? And if the answer is no, how would you prefer to feel? How would I prefer to feel? If you're feeling bad, perhaps you'd prefer to feel good. If you're feeling angry, perhaps you'd prefer to feel happy. And if you're feeling something that we would call a negative emotion. You're not feeling good about life, you're not feeling good about yourself, you prefer to feel happy and good about yourself, what would you have to do to be able to achieve that? If I were a happy person, what would I need to be doing? If I was to be happy with where my life was at, what would my life look like? How would I behave in a life that made me feel happy? If I was to achieve that goal I have, what sort of attitude would I have to have? And when you do achieve something, when you do a good job of something, there is nothing wrong with saying, how did I get to be so clever? How did I get to be so amazing? Look at that amazing job I just did. What could I do to keep myself being amazing every single day? I know this may sound cliche and whatever. I don't know, whatever else this might sound to you. But as I've discussed previously, this is all little baby steps that come back to you. If you are going to think things, why not think good things? Release the things that don't make you feel good. Let them go. They've been, they've gone, and they're not happening anymore, because right now in this moment you're here with me, remember? If you're going to think anything at all, think about what an amazing creature you are, that you went from an egg and a sperm and you transformed into this tiny little zygote that turned into a fetus, that birthed itself. You knew when you were going to, and you came into the world, and you knew you had milestones to achieve. You didn't know you couldn't. You didn't know you couldn't find your mother's milk. You just knew that was what you had to do, so you did. You knew you had to breathe, so you did. You knew that people walked and crawled. You could see them all around you doing it, so you did. And somewhere along the way, that determination to do what you knew you could do got shrouded in negative thoughts and questions that only led down the toilet. If you feel as though you are in the toilet, if you feel as though you are down and low and useless and worthless, ask yourself, what questions might I need to ask myself to get out of this place? What question could I ask myself that may get me an answer that makes me feel good? It's one step at a time, and it starts with you. Be bold, be brave, be daring. Give yourself permission, and I'll see you soon.